Researching growth stocks can take a lot of time and effort, especially when done thoroughly. It can be hard for investors to know where to begin since there's so much information out there. But for TD Direct Investing clients, it's easy. That place is WebBroker. It has many tools to jumpstart your research, but we'll cover a handful here to get you started. First off, it helps to think of stock research like water running through a funnel. Water runs down the mouth of the funnel, narrows through the middle, and trickles out the spout. Similarly, research generally starts with big picture trends, narrows down to sectors, and ends on individual stocks. This is commonly known as a top-down approach. So let's divide WebBroker's tools into the three parts of the funnel: the mouth, the middle, and the spout. First, the mouth, which begins with the overview section under the research menu. Scroll down to find the latest news, market commentary, and analyst research notes. Staying on top of financial market news can help you spot potential trends unfolding and the sectors and stocks that might be impacted. For example, if you see news stories about governments discussing stricter environmental regulations, you could consider looking into clean energy technology companies. Companies mentioned in each article are displayed just below the headline, so you can focus on stories that feature stocks of interest to you. You can also dive right into a specific company's page by entering its symbol or name in the search box. Next, head over to the Indices tab. It breaks down which sectors and stocks are rising or falling that day on the selected equity index. You can click on the page icon to view the latest research update on the sector or stock if available. Reading these reports can help you understand why a growth stock moved the way it did, and the factors that might drive its next move. Sticking with our example, if there's a particular clean energy technology stock trending higher than others, you might find that it recently signed a contract in a country discussing new environmental rules. That could lend support for the business in a big way, and might give you reason to investigate further. If you found a trend, sector, or stock of interest, you may want to move to the middle of the funnel. The Sectors tab is your first stop. Here you can see which sectors are performing best and worst over time. You can use the Sector Analyzer tool to compare the financial performance of different sectors. From there, you can dive into a specific one and get a performance breakdown of its stocks. This can help you narrow your research to growth companies that are standouts. For instance, you might focus on clean energy technology stocks that have strong earnings growth. Another option is the Screeners tool. It lets you filter for stocks that fit very specific criteria that you believe are important. For growth stocks, that might be strong sales growth, high returns on equity, or manageable debt. You can run your own custom screener or choose a ready-made one instead. If you identify some companies that seem promising, you're ready to move into the last stage of the funnel, the spout. Call up a stock's overview page and click on the Analysts tab. You can look to the pie chart to see the range of analyst ratings, as well as the high, low, and average price targets. And just below, the full list with each individual forecast. If you switch over to the Reports tab, you'll see a list of any recent analyst write-ups and fundamental analysis on the stock. Some investors rely on analysts to do the bulk of their research for them, but you may want to do your own digging into the company too. For a more detailed look under the hood, switch to the Fundamentals tab. Under the Financial Statements section, you'll be able to view key metrics from the company's financial statements charted over time. You can also compare the company's financial performance against its competitors in the peer comparison section, and the broader industry in the industry comparison section. These tools can help you identify whether the business is showing signs of progress and if it's trading at a price that's justified by that performance. Okay, that's our run through the research funnel. Now, there's nothing to say that you must take the approach outlined here. It's just one suggestion. Every investor should decide how much research is right for them to feel comfortable with their choices. But no matter your approach, saving time on research is something we can all get behind. And setting up alerts to track the flow of information can be one way to do it. Just click on the Set Alerts button near the top of the page. You can get notified anytime a stock meets your criteria, such as falling below a certain price or when an analyst updates their recommendation. This way, you can keep a company on your research radar as soon as potential opportunities arise.